The highly anticipated final season of Squid Game has arrived, bringing viewers back to the twisted world of deadly children's games with life-changing stakes. Season 3 picks up where the previous season left off, with survivors returning to the arena and new contestants entering the horrific competition. The games are deadlier, the alliances more fragile, and the prize money more tempting than ever before. As we dive into the bloody battleground once more, familiar faces return alongside new players, each fighting for their survival in increasingly sinister challenges. The season begins with the aftermath of the previous games, where we learn that Song Ji-hyun, player 456, has made the shocking decision to return to the games despite previously winning. The opening episode, titled Keys and Knives, wastes no time establishing the brutal nature of this season, as we see masked soldiers executing players and clearing bodies from the arena. The frontman continues to oversee operations, welcoming a new group of VIPs who watch the games with sick fascination from their luxury viewing rooms. Meanwhile, Detective Hwang Dong-hyuk is still searching for the island where the games take place, convinced he's been there before and determined to put an end to the deadly competition. Early in the season, we learn that the games have evolved. The masked manager announces that 35 players were eliminated overnight, leaving 60 remaining contestants. The total prize has reached an astonishing 39.6 billion won, with each player's potential share at 660 million won. This staggering amount continues to grow throughout the season as more players meet their demise. The contestants are once again given the opportunity to vote whether to continue with the games or leave, but most choose to stay, lured by the promise of life-changing wealth. One of the most shocking developments this season is the presence of a pregnant player named Jun-hee, who gives birth during the games. Her baby becomes an unexpected participant, creating moral dilemmas for the other players and the viewers alike. Jeom-ja, another player, forms a protective bond with Jun-hee and her infant, adding an emotional layer to the brutal competition. This vulnerability becomes a central focus as other players debate whether to protect or exploit the mother and child for their own advantage. The fourth game of the season is hide and seek, but unlike the children's version, this one has deadly consequences. Players are divided into teams, with one group hunting the others. The tension is palpable as contestants hide in terror, knowing that discovery means elimination, a brutal euphemism for death in the Squid Game universe. The game ends with significant casualties, further thinning the ranks of competitors. As the season progresses, we witness the formation of alliances and the inevitable betrayals that follow. Namgyu and Myung-ji emerge as key players with very different approaches to the games. Myung-ji, nicknamed the Amazing Myung-ji, demonstrates tactical intelligence while Namgyu exhibits a more volatile personality. Their interactions create some of the season's most tense moments as they navigate the deadly challenges together yet remain wary of each other's motivations. The fifth game, Jump Rope, proves to be one of the most visually striking and nerve-wracking challenges yet. Players must cross a bridge while avoiding deadly jump ropes, with the masked manager announcing that any player who fails to cross within the time limit will be eliminated. The game requires not just physical ability but strategic thinking, as players must time their movements perfectly. This challenge reduces the player count to just 9 survivors, with the prize money swelling to an incredible 44.7 billion won, almost 5 billion won per remaining player. Throughout the season, we get glimpses of the VIPs' reactions as they watch the games unfold. These wealthy elite treat the deadly competition as entertainment, placing bets on outcomes and discussing the players as if they were characters in a reality show rather than real people fighting for their lives. Their callousness highlights the season's underlying commentary on class disparity and the exploitation of the desperate by the privileged. Outside the games, Detective Jun-hyuk continues his investigation, eventually discovering that Captain Park, whom he works with, may be connected to the organizers of the games. Jun-hyuk's storyline provides viewers with crucial information about the scale of the operation and its connections to the outside world. His search for the island intensifies when he recognizes a beach from drone footage, convinced he's been there before during his previous infiltration attempt. As the competition nears its conclusion, the frontman announces a shocking twist for the final game. The 9 remaining players learn that if they can unanimously agree on which 3 players should be eliminated, the remaining 6 will all be declared winners and survive the final game. This creates an agonizing moral dilemma as the players must decide who among them deserves to die so that others may live. The conversations that follow reveal the depths of human nature, both its capacity for compassion and its tendency towards self-preservation at all costs. Some players begin plotting to target Jun-hee and her baby, while others form a protective alliance around the vulnerable mother. Jong-dae emerges as a ruthless strategist, suggesting they eliminate the weakest players. We'll take out the 3 people we agreed on, get 7.6 billion each, and be on our way. This cold calculation contrasts sharply with moments of humanity shown by other contestants, particularly Ji-han, who continues to demonstrate the compassion that made him a fan favorite in previous seasons. The tension reaches a breaking point when Namgyu suggests that some players could kill others in their sleep after a feast, eliminating competition before the final game even begins. If you kill them while they're sleeping, the baby, and you will win the prize, he tells another player, revealing how far some contestants are willing to go. This leads to a night of paranoia where no one feels safe resting their eyes. The final game, Squid Game, takes place on elevated platforms, with the players having to make life-or-death decisions while suspended high above the ground. The rules are simple but devastating. Players must eliminate opponents until only the agreed-upon number remain. The game combines physical challenges with psychological warfare as alliances formed throughout the season are tested to their limits. In the dramatic conclusion, the survivors face not only the game's challenges but their own moral boundaries. Some choose self-sacrifice over betrayal, while others reveal the darkest aspects of human nature in their desperate bid to win. The final episode, titled Humans Are, leaves the statement purposely incomplete, allowing viewers to fill in the blank based on their interpretation of the characters' actions. The season also explores personal tragedies and backstories that led contestants to the games. One particularly moving storyline involves a mother who blamed her son for his weakness, telling him, "I'll just start telling myself I never had a son, and get the hell out of my sight, you spineless little piece of shit." Later, she reveals that after this confrontation, her son attempted suicide by taking pills. Her regret and the theme of parental failure echo throughout the season, reinforcing the title of the 3rd episode, It's Not Your Fault. By the end of the series, only the promised 6 players remain alive, each carrying psychological scars from their experience. The epilogue shows at least one survivor describing their 6 months in prison as basically feeling like a vacation compared to the horrors of the games. The character notes that prisons changed since back in the day. The facilities are better than most motels out there, providing a stark contrast to the deadly arena they had just escaped. The final season of Squid Game delivers on the series' reputation for combining brutal violence with incisive social commentary. It explores themes of economic desperation, the entertainment value of suffering, class warfare, and the moral compromises people make when facing extreme circumstances. The addition of a baby to the competition raises the ethical stakes even higher, forcing viewers to question not just the morality of the game's organizers but of a society that would create conditions where people would risk their lives, and the lives of the most innocent, for financial gain. As the series concludes, it leaves viewers with uncomfortable questions about human nature and society structures, maintaining the thought-provoking quality that made Squid Game an international phenomenon. The final season stands as a fitting end to a groundbreaking series that changed the landscape of international television and brought Korean drama to global prominence.